Greetings, my scattered sisters and brothers in the Lord. Trust you know the Lord is with you wherever you find yourself scattered today, and that you know that his presence with you is more than enough for whatever you might face today. It's been a minute, but I'm still in 1 John chapter 2, and I'm actually stuck on verse 10. Let me go ahead and read verse 10 to you. Whoever loves his brother or sister abides in the light, and in him there is no cause for stumbling. Listen to it one more time. Whoever loves his brother abides in the light, and in him there is no cause for stumbling. And I keep thinking about who is the him. So whoever loves his brother abides in the light. That light is Jesus. That light is that God is love. That light is that God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. So whoever loves his brother abides, remains in the light, and there is no cause for stumbling in him. So here's how I'm thinking about it. That him, who is it? Maybe that him is my brother. So that as I love my brother, I abide in the light, and in him, in my brother, there is no cause for stumbling. Now, that doesn't mean that my brother is perfect. That doesn't mean that my brother does everything right, and so there's no cause for stumbling on my part. No, maybe my brother might actually do things that hurt me, do things that anger me, do things that frustrate me. But in my brother, no matter what he does, there's no cause for stumbling. Why? Because I'm abiding in the light. Because I'm living in the truth that God is love and that God gave his Son, not just for me, but for my brother. And so I kind of think about it this way, that maybe not the best example, but I don't enjoy waiting in lines. I kind of despise having to wait in lines. And the only thing worse than waiting in a line is when somebody cuts in front of me. And that's just wrong. And so, but just imagine somebody cuts in front of me, and now I have a choice. Do I keep loving them? Do I abide in the light? Because they're still, my brother, so my brother cuts in front of me. Am I going to react in hatred? Am I going to let my heart get hard towards my brother? And as soon as my heart gets hard towards my brother, then I'm hating my brother. I'm not excusing that he cut in front of me, and that's wrong. But am I going to let his cutting give me a hard heart to where I start hating my brother because he cut in front of me? And as soon as that happens, I'm no longer actually abiding in the light. That now I'm imitating my brother instead of imitating my Father, instead of imitating God, instead of imitating Christ Jesus who gave himself. So listen to it again. Verse 10, whoever loves his brother, no matter what his brother does, abides in the light, and in him and in his brother, no matter what he does, there is no cause for stumbling. My brother, even though he cut in front of me, is not going to make me stumble. I'm going to keep abiding in the light. I'm going to keep loving. So that's one way I think about the in him. Does the in him refer to my brother? That no matter what he does, he can't cause me to stumble because I'm abiding in the light. I'm abiding in the truth of God's love, and I'm going to keep on loving no matter what my brother does. Okay, I'm not going to let my brother cause me to stumble into a hard heart. Okay, second way that I think about this is whoever loves his brother abides in the light, and in him, the one loving his brother, there is no cause for stumble. So who is the him? Well, the him would be me loving my brother. And so now, because I'm abiding in the light and I'm living in the truth of God's love, then I'm not going to do anything that will cause my brother to stumble. Then I'm going to operate out of love. I'm going to do right. I'm not going to cause my brother to stumble. And so again, back to the line situation. So now my brother cuts in front of me, But because I'm abiding in the light, I am not going to do anything to cause those around me to stumble. I'm not going to do anything to cause, I'm not going to get everybody in line to be hard-hearted against my brother. Like, did you see what he just did? And I could start talking to everybody and I could get the whole line to be angry and hard-hearted towards my brother. And that would be wrong. Now I would be the one causing everybody else to stumble. Not what my brother did, but my own hard-heartedness would be causing the whole line to have hatred, hard-heartedness towards my brother for cutting in line. Or I'm not going to go cut in line myself. I'm not going to outcut my brother. And so now I'm causing everybody in line to stumble. So I think if I'm abiding in the light as he is light, if I'm abiding in this love, then I'm not going to do anything to become a cause of stumbling to others. So that's the verse I just keep thinking about in terms of the hymn. Whoever loves his brother abides in the light, and in him, the one who loves his brother, there's no cause for stumbling. Because I'm loving, I'm not going to cause others to stumble and fall. I'm not going to cause others to get a hard heart. So I don't know, maybe John's intentionally vague. Maybe the hymn goes in both directions. But that's my prayer for you and me, that wherever we find ourselves scattered today, that we would so love our brother that we would abide in the light, in the truth of God's love in Jesus Christ. And in that, there would be no cause for stumbling. Our brother, our sister can't do anything to cause us to stumble because we're abiding in the light of God's love. And we wouldn't do anything to cause someone else to stumble or fall. Again, because we're living in the truth of God's love. God bless. Have a great day. Wherever you find yourself scattered, abide in the light. Abide in his love, the truth that God so loved us, that he gave his son, that whosoever would believe in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. God bless.